Welcome back. For our buy or sell segment, we will ask our analysts to buy or sell 4 different topics. Well, the first topic, will a SPASH football team be able to make a run in this year's playoffs?
I think anything's possible in high school football. I mean, there's really no standout teams usually. Usually there's like one, but anybody can win, I think, any given night.
Yeah, I think so. I think their record right now stands at 7-2, and they've had a pretty good defense, and no matter what level of football, defense wins you championships. So if their defense can play up to the way they've been playing this season, I don't see why they can't make a run.
Yeah, they've just completely dominated most of the teams they've played. So I think they'll continue moving on to the playoffs. Well, the next topic we have is the NBA season is starting next week. Will the Golden State Warriors be able to repeat as NBA champions?
I would say if they were on the East Coast, they probably have a really good chance, but because they're in the Western Conference, you got 7 teams in there, I think, that can win it. I mean, they pretty much return, I think, everybody, don't they? They didn't lose much.
The Warriors lost David Lee. That was about it.
They have Draymond Green and
David
Andrew
Lee was
Bogut.
their 6th guy. I don't think. I think they can go on and have another season like they did last year, but you never know what the Spurs getting LaMarcus Aldridge. The Clippers were right there. You got OKC, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook will be healthy. I mean, they got a lot of people to go against, especially then you got Cleveland in the East too, which will probably be back there as well. So I don't think they're set for a run at a championship, but it's a long road to get there.
I'm gonna sell this just for the fact that it's hard to repeat as champions in any professional league, but in the NBA, in the Western Conference particularly, you can never count out the Spurs. I mean, Tim Duncan, Greg Popovich, Tony Parker, and LaMarcus Aldridge. You have the Rockets with James Harden and Dwight Howard and Sam Decker. You have the Thunder with Kevin Durant. And then Phoenix Suns did pretty well. They were scraping at the end, so who knows what they can do with Brandon Knight.
Yeah, well, I don't think they can do it, but I mean, they got Chef Curry, so I guess anything's possible.
Yeah.
Third topic, staying in the NBA. Will the Milwaukee Bucks reach 50 wins this season?
If they stay healthy, I think they can. I mean, they didn't have Jabari Parker last year, and that's what they did. Or they had a really good year last year. I think New Jersey's new arena coming along. This team's on the rise. I mean, they got a lot of young talent. You're going to see the guys they acquired in Michael MCW. They got all these guys playing now right away. I think they have a good chance this year.
I'm going to buy it. I'm going to kind of agree with what Marty said. They have Jabari Parker's hopefully going to have a full season. He was playing well until he blew out his knee last year. Giannis is becoming a star, and I just think that Jason Kidd's the right coach. He's young enough where he can still relate to the younger players, and they buy into what he's saying, and they don't really have any locker room problems like they did with previous coaches.
And it's a weak Eastern Conference still. I mean,
you have the Cavaliers and maybe the Nets.
Chicago, or if D Rose is there, then you got
Chicago only goes as far as Derrick Rose carries them.
Yeah, the Bucks will be competing in the East this year.
Yeah, I honestly think they might get 16 wins with that team. They're terrific, and that Eastern Conference is bad. We talked about Jabari Parker coming back, only playing 25 games last year. He still finished 4th in Rookie of the Year voting, even only playing in 25 games. So I think this team probably has one of the best benches also. That they really rebuilt their bench this year for this upcoming year, and they're gonna be pretty good. Well, last topic here, should Cameron Hayward be getting fined for wearing his eye black, honoring his father and other cancer patients?
No, this is just petty NFL fines, I think. I mean, they won't let D'Angelo Williams honor his mother with pink stuff after October or whatever. And last year, I think Devin Still had Leah Strong on his eye black, wasn't fined at all. It's ridiculous, I think. Who cares? I mean, it's eye black. You don't see it on TV unless they zoom in on the guy, so it's not that big of a deal, I think.
I'm selling this. This is absolutely ridiculous. He was honoring his father who fought cancer and didn't beat it. His father died from cancer. How are you going to tell him that he can't honor his father? You're going to let players like Pac-Man Jones play after he slammed Amari Cooper's head into his helmet. You're going to let players like Greg Hardy play. You're going to let players like Adrian Peterson play. But you're not going to let Cameron Hayward honor his dead father? It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Goodell's a joke.
It's a joke. NFL, you need to get your rules straightened out. There's a lot of unclear rules that they have even within the game, and now you're talking about equipment, stuff like this, where he's doing this for himself, and you're not going to allow it. It's just stupid.